Hello, my name is Cole Whitman, and this is Jared Stout. We're from Thousand Oaks High School, California, and we're here to present our strong buy recommendation for Target Corporation. So it may seem a little counterintuitive to choose a company in the retail market while there's so much going on in the retail industry with Amazon and other competitors, but we believe that Target is at a strategic and sizable advantage to some of their other competitors and are extremely undervalued. So the first part we want to go over is the valuation. Target's PE ratio is 14.5. That's about half of Costco's and almost a third of Walmart's at 43. Their enterprise value to EBITDA ratio is 8, whereas Walmart's is 15 and Costco's is 17. So it's only half of Walmart and Costco's, whereas the PE ratio is a half to a third of their highest competitors. So if you were to look at this, you would guess that projected forecasted growth would be significantly slower than its competitors, or their EBITDA margins would be significantly lower. But what we found was this was actually the opposite. Target's EBITDA margin is 8.74%, which is twice that of Costco's at 4.15%, and 1.5 times that of Walmart's at 6.5%. We also found that forecasted earnings growth was very similar to both of its competitors, Walmart and Costco, with 6.4% in 2020, 5.1% for Walmart, and 6.2% for Costco. If we look forward to 5 years, Target has 6.3% projected earnings growth, which is higher than Walmart, which has 4.6%, and in line with Costco at 9%. Our target price of $99.60 uses a PE ratio of 18 times, which we believe is extremely conservative and shows how undervalued it is compared to its competitors, Walmart and Costco.
So we are confident in Target because of the following. Number one, it is a strong and trusted brand. It is significantly increasing its online revenue growth. It is leveraging its base of 1,800 distribution outlets. It is a highly diversified product base that they are growing significantly. And lastly, the company continues to innovate. Now, it's a strong and trusted brand. So Target has been around for 110 years, starting off as a Dayton's dry goods company, and then later in 1962, becoming the Target Corporation. In the last 10 years, Target's stock price has gone up over 100%. They also boast a variety of their own private label, grocery and clothing brands, as well as beauty and household, food and beverage, toys, and home furnishing. Target's pricing model is that which allows them to succeed in both a weak and strong economy. Now, they're also significantly increasing their online revenue growth. Now, even amidst the growth of Amazon and other competitors, Target continues to surprise the market. Last year, Target did $5.35 billion in revenue online. This was 7% of their total revenue as a company. This was up 49% from the year before, which was up 23% the year before that, versus a sector average of 15%. Now, Target is also leveraging a space of 1,800 distribution outlets. So Target, one of Target's biggest competitors, Amazon, as they have shown, one of their biggest challenges is the fulfillment of their orders. The 2-day free shipping for over their 100 million Amazon Prime members have proven to be one of their biggest challenges to achieve. This proves a really interesting advantage on Target's side. So Target has found a way to turn its 1,800 brick-and-mortar stores into miniature distribution outlets. So what that means is that they're able to fulfill all of their online orders with their local stores, which are significantly closer to the consumer. Amazon, for example, has 75 distribution outlets nationwide that they use. Now, as we can see, 75% of all digital sales by Target were fulfilled completely and delivered by their local stores. Now, what Target also has is the ability to achieve goals like same-day shipping and same-day store pickup, which is the case for over 1,100 of their 1,800 locations. Target also has a highly diversified product base. Target offers a variety of their different products, which allows the consumer to meet all their needs without having to go to multiple stores. The diversity of Target's products is really important because it doesn't mean that they have to rely heavily on one or two products doing well year on year. As you can see on the graph, Target has 5 sectors in their stores, and it's a pretty even split between 20% for each sector. Now Target is innovating. They're innovating through product lines. In the last 2 years, Target's been focusing on launching a variety of their own grocery and clothing brands. An example of this is Cat & Jack. So early 2017, Cat & Jack was launched. By the end of that year, it boasted over $2 billion in revenue. That was almost 3% of the revenue for that year. Since then, they have actually released 12 additional brands that have done over $1 billion a year. They're also innovating through their stores and locations. By the end of 2019, Target will have spent $7 billion renovating 1,000 of their 1,800 stores in the last 3 years. You might ask, why would they do something like this? Well, what they have found is that when they renovate their stores, they have an instant revenue lift of 2 to 4%, respectively. Now, another source of innovation is through their small format stores. These are miniature versions of an average Target, about 1/3 of the square footage, but are placed in highly dense urban populations. For example, downtown Manhattan, Chicago, downtown LA. Now, these small format stores are also highly personalized to the area of which they are in. An example is Chinatown in New York City. What you would find is that when you walk in, the signs are in Mandarin as well as English. And there's products that meet the needs of a Chinese consumer as well as an English consumer. They're also innovating through customer expansion. Target's focused a significant amount of their marketing dollars on the appeal of baby boomers, but especially millennials. 62% of Target's customers are between the ages of 18 and 44, as opposed to Walmart's 48%. Now, Target also has developed merchandise and marketing that is inclusive of all races, genders, and age groups.
So now we're going to go over a little bit of the financial analysis. So their EBITDA margins of 8.8% are extremely high relative to their competitors in the same market space. Their return on equity over the last 5 years has been approximately 14%. And from 2017 to 2019, they grew their sales 8.6% or $6 billion. And their liquidity is a ratio of 0.83 and free cash flow of $2.542 billion. So in 2009, the total retail sales in the United States were $4.09 trillion. By 2018, they were all the way up to $6 trillion. So as you can see, in the United States and in the world economy, retail sales online have been growing steadily over the last 10 years. So obviously investing in a retail company, there's a lot of risks, the biggest of which we believe is Amazon. They're working on a lot of new innovative strategies, and they're trying to build their infrastructure to be able to fulfill orders from the consumer. We believe that Target's actually at an advantage in this space, though, because of their 1,800 distribution outlets versus Amazon's 75. Another big problem that had happened was in December of 2013, there's a security breach where 70 million people had their information taken by an unidentified source. And the way that Target fixed this is they hired a new CEO in August of 2014, Brian Cornell, and he came up with a new security system, and there's been no issues since then. Target hasn't seen a lot of success in global markets. They've tried locations in Canada and India and haven't seen much success, but we believe there's still a market for that today. CEO Brian Cornell joined the company in August of 2014. He manages over 360,000 employees, Target employees, and he's worked in 30 years in the retail industry, including he was the CEO of Pepsi, and he was also the CEO of Sam's Club. We'd now be happy to answer any questions you guys may have.